It's FA Cup third round weekend, and that means that we're halfway through the Premier League season. In this video, I'm going to take a look at every club's most important player throughout the season so far. Southampton. Southampton have had a very tough start to the season, only just 6 points in their first 20 games back in the Premier League. So it would probably be easier for me not to give them a player of the season or most important player so far. However, I am going to give it to Matheus Fernandes. Southampton's number 18 has been the most influential player in their midfield this season, and this was highlighted in their 5-0 loss to Brentford. Fernandes didn't play in this game, and Southampton looked really weak in the midfield with Aribo and Ugochukwu replacing him and the injured Flynn Downs. Fernandes has the joint most chances created for Southampton with 15, and is second in successful tackles per 90 with 1.5. Now, Fernandes having the joint most chances created with 15 probably sums up just where Southampton are this season. Leicester. Now, 19th place Leicester have the least amount of clean sheets in the league, ranked 15th in goals scored, and are underperforming their XG by a total of 4. Wilfred Ndidi is Leicester's most important player of the season so far, ranking in the 90th percentile or top 10% of midfielders for tackles, duels, and aerial duels won. Since Ndidi got injured, Leicester have lost their last 5 games, conceding 14 goals in total. Ipswich Town. Liam Delap has been by far and away Ipswich Town's most important player this season, contributing to 10 out of the 20 goals they've scored, a total of 8 goals and 2 assists. That ranks him 10th in the league for goals scored. In addition to this, Liam Delap also ranks in the 77th percentile or top 23% of forwards for defensive actions. Wolverhampton Wanderers. Wolves' talisman Matheus Cunha has been outright their best player this season, outperforming his XG by 6 from his attacking midfield position, leading their goal scoring charts. Cunha has created 33 chances for Wolves this season, double the next best at Wolves. Everton. James Tarkowski has been ever present in the Everton defence this year, leading blocks and clearances per 90. He's been vitally important in the 7 clean sheets they've had this season, which ranks second best in the league. Crystal Palace. Goalkeeper Dean Henderson has been Crystal Palace's most important player this season. He may have conceded 28 goals, but produced match-winning performances against Brighton, Ipswich and Tottenham, and won a point for Crystal Palace against Chelsea, Man United, Villa and Bournemouth. West Ham. Captain Jarrod Bowen leads West Ham's statistics for goals and assists, chances created and shots on target at this stage in the season. He also ranks in the top 5% of wingers for recovery and final third possession wins, leading from the front. Manchester United. For Man United standards and their history, this has been a pretty dire season. However, Amad Diallo has stood out as their most important player. In 18 games this season, Amad has got 9 goals and assists. He produced match-winning performances against Man City and saved them a point against Liverpool and Ipswich. They would be 15th without him, just 2 points from safety. Tottenham Hotspur. After a strong start to the season, Spurs have been on a very, very fast decline. James Maddison is their most important player, as he has 12 goals and assists already this season, overperforming his XG by 3. When James Maddison has started this season, Tottenham have won 6 out of possible 14 games, losing 6 and drawing 2. When Maddison hasn't started, they've been far, far worse, winning 1 game, drawing 1 game and losing 4. And when looking at the goals scored and goals conceded when he started and when he hasn't started, well, that speaks for itself. Tottenham score 2.2 goals per game when Maddison starts, compared to 1.8 when he doesn't, and concede 1.28 goals per game when he starts, compared to 2 goals per game when he doesn't. Brentford. Bryan Mbeumo has the 5th most goals and assists in the league this season, outperforming his XG by 7. Mbeumo has created 37 chances for Brentford this year, has had 21 shots on target and had 23 successful crosses, ranking him in the top 8%, 7% and 5% respectively. Brighton. Carlos Baleba has shown glimpses of the Brighton Moises Caicedo so far this season. The Brighton midfielder ranks in the top 20% for duels won, aerial duels won, interceptions, blocks and recoveries per 90 among midfielders. Fulham. Anthony Robinson has the most assists for a fullback so far this season. As well as this, he also ranks at the top of the charts for touches and interceptions. From left back, he's created 25 chances so far this season for Fulham, the 3rd most for them, and he's been by far the best left back in the league. Aston Villa. Yuri Tielemans has produced a very consistent season so far, averaging a match rating of 7.22. Tielemans has created the most chances for Aston Villa with 39, has the third most tackles per 90 at 1.6, and averages 49 passes per 90. Bournemouth. Captain Lewis Cook ranks in the top 5% of midfielders for chances created this season, creating 34 chances for his Bournemouth teammates. From his midfield position, he's also made 104 recoveries and 26 interceptions. He is simply the heart of everything that Bournemouth are doing this season. Manchester City. Now, I'm sure nobody expected Man City to be where they are at this time in the season, although that is down to the injury of one man in particular, Kevin De Bruyne. When De Bruyne has started this season, Man City have won 7 games, drawn 1 and lost once. And in fact, the only game they have lost was to Manchester United, where when he was substituted in the 62nd minute, they were winning 1-0. Newcastle. Alexander Isak had a very slow start to the season, scoring just 1 goal in his first 6 games. Since then, he has scored 12 in his last 12 starts. The Swedish striker has also created the second most chances from Newcastle with 31, only behind Anthony Gordon. Chelsea. A fairly easy one for Chelsea, as it is their talisman Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer is one of 2 players to start every match this season, the other being Moises Caicedo. Palmer has the most chances created in the league so far this season and the second most combined goals and assists. Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest have the lowest goals scored out of the entire top 12, yet sit 3rd in the league at this stage in the season. This is down to the Nottingham Forest defence being absolutely rock solid this year, and at the heart of it is Murillo. Murillo ranks in the top 2% of central defenders this season for defensive actions, has the most blocks per 90 in the league, the 4th most clearances, and has been crucial in keeping the most clean sheets in the league. Arsenal. Bukayo Saka has the most big chances created in the league across all teams so far this season with 19. From these big chances, he has 10 assists and has also added to his goals and assists with 5 goals. Among his Arsenal teammates, Declan Rice sits 2nd with 11 big chances created and Leandro Trossard sits 3rd with only 6. Liverpool. Liverpool's most important player so far this season, and most definitely player of the season so far, is Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah has 31 goals and assists so far this season, 12 more than second place Cole Palmer. His average match rating is a staggering 8.29, and his 15 big chances created ranks him 3rd highest in the entire league. From his 16.5 expected goals, he scored 18 goals, and from 4.5 expected assists, he has returned 13 assists, making him a must-have for every FPL manager. So, let me know who you think your team's player of the season is this year, if you disagree with any of mine, and who you think your most important player is going to be for the second half.